Hello friends, my name is Shivam from DevOps Schools and I will help you to enable your learning process in various technologies of DevOps, artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data and many more. This is our initiative to help you by sharing multiple tutorials and videos. And if you want any specific tutorials or any particular topic, then please do comment in the below comment section and I will help you with it. Also, please subscribe to our premium services on YouTube, which will give you access to more content and videos to enhance your knowledge about all these topics. Also, if you want me to help you with regards to the online trainings and classroom sessions by our qualified trainers, then please do write me at contact@devopsschool.com. Thank you.
I'm just getting count is not defined.
Sorry.
I'm getting count is not defined.
You just define it over here.
Oh, okay. I given two equals. It's a comparison like that. Okay. Can you please scroll down a little bit?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, it is done.
Done, right? Okay. So now let's take another file. Now we are going to start with list. Okay. So list data structure .py. So now what we are going to do is we are going to focus on data structure called list. So first let me explain what is list. Okay. So what is list? So list is nothing but it's a collection of elements that belongs to different data type, that is any data type. Okay, that belong to any data type. All right, and it is enclosed in pair of square brackets. All right, and it is mutable, that is elements can be modified, added or deleted. Okay, now, and we can say indexing is sequential. That is, you can't add the element to index 100 without populating the element to index 99. Okay, so indexing is sequential. All right, and then it is ordered collection. You can say it is an ordered collection. Right. So now let's see
that indexing is sequential. You explained something I missed before.
Yeah, see, indexing is sequential is nothing but that is, I have like this only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now I can't populate directly to index 5 without populating till 4. In C language, it is possible, right? In C language, it is possible, right?
Yeah.
But over here, it is not. In order to populate index 5, I have to populate till 4. That is nothing but indexing is sequential. And ordered collection means you can retrieve, okay, you can retrieve the elements in the order in which you have inserted. While retrieving, the order will not be changed. First you will retrieve 0, then you will retrieve 1, then you will retrieve 2, like that only. That's nothing but ordered collection. Okay, so now let's define a list. So if I want to define an empty list, I can say like this, just pair of empty braces. Or I can do, okay, or I can do either I can define the empty list like this, or I can say num list is equal to list open parenthesis close parenthesis. That is, just create one object which belongs to class list. Okay, just create one object which belongs to class list. All right, so now let's see both will produce the empty list only. Both has produced empty list only. And then we can create the list using plus operator. That is what? Concatenation operator. So now let me write num list is equal to list of range of 1, 6, okay, plus list of range of 10, 5, minus 1. So what is this? So what is list of range of 1, 6? That is, it will produce a list which contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And similarly, whenever I say this, okay, it produces a list 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. So now what will happen whenever I use plus symbol? If it is an integer, if both the operands are integer, then it performs addition. If both the operands are non-integers, then it performs concatenation. So now what will happen here is it will concatenate two different lists. That is, I will get a list like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Okay, the combination of those two. See here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 as a single list. Okay, and also I can create the list using star operator. Okay, so I can write rep list is equal to list of range of 1, 6, 2. Okay, and then I can say 1 colon into 3. So now what will happen in this case? Let me explain. Okay, let me explain that. So now we know what is list of range of 1, 6, 2. What is that? It's nothing but 1, 3 and then 5. That is, first it will print 1, then 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 2, 5. Okay, and then let's say 1 colon. Okay, that means what? That is on this, I am just extracting the values from first index. What is first index here? What is index 1? That is, whenever I say 1 colon, what does that mean? From index 1 till the end. So what is index 1 here? 3, and till the end 3 comma 5, right? So it will retrieve 3 comma 5 now, and then now I am saying like this into 3, that is 3 comma 5 into 3. What is this 3 comma 5 into 3? That is, here it is non-integer, it's a list actually. So the same number of elements will be repeated for 3 times. That is, the same number of elements will be repeated for 3 times. Okay, so look at this now. That is 3 5 3 5 3 5. This is nothing but using star operator. So any doubts, Ajmal?
No, that's fine.
No, right? Okay. And then I can just hard code the values. Directly I can hard code the values within the pair of square brackets. That is, scr underscore list is equal to, I can say PHP, Perl, Python, okay, Ruby, and then shell. All right, so I can just hard code it. So now you can see scr underscore list and then type of scr underscore list. So now let's see this. This is nothing but just direct population, right? So there is no expression and all. And also I can have list with mixed types. Okay, list with mixed types actually. So that means I can say mixed list is equal to, first one I can say len of scr underscore list. This is nothing but what? Integer. First element is integer. Okay, and second element I am going to give, okay, so scr underscore list, all right, of 2, okay, and then I am giving minus 2 colon. What is scr list of 2? This is list of 0, this is list of 1, this is list of 2. All right, so scr list of 2 is Python, and on top of it I'm saying, okay, in Python I am just printing the last 2 characters. Whenever I say minus 2 is nothing but this one, right? So here I'm not placing any end index, so it is nothing but on. That is the output. All right, and then I can give list within the list also. That is, let's say scr list of minus 3 colon. Okay, scr list of minus 3 colon. That is last 3 elements of the list. Starts from minus 3 and it goes till shell. Okay, so now if I print mixed list, you can see the output type of mixed list. Okay, so look at this now. You can see first one is integer, second one is a string, third one is a list. This is also possible. That is, I can have elements which belongs to any data type. Okay, Ajman, clear?
Yep.
Yeah, take it down.
Okay.
Done.
Yeah, I think I'm getting one error. List index out of range.
Index out of range, is it? Okay, so just a second.
Yeah.
Yes, so just share your screen now.
Are you able to see?
Hmm?
You're able to see, right?
Yes. So 1 second. Okay. Okay.
And
Go back. SCR list of 2. What is? Okay. See, in SCR list you don't have two index 2 at all, right? You have only 0 and 1.
oh,
Only
okay, okay, okay.
yeah. So you give just one or give one more element there. Yeah. Now it will work. Hi. Hi. Ajmal.
Yeah, I'm here. Come on.
Okay, so we saw how to create a list, right? So now we are
Right.
going to see how we can use membership operator with respect to list. Okay, let's write it. Operator. So now tell me, I am checking like whether is ON present in SCR underscore list. That is, I'm writing ON in SCR underscore list. So will this return true or false? Is this written true or false? This will return false because
False, yeah.
because on is part of Python only. Whenever you give list2 over here, okay, whenever you give list2 over here, it checks the entire element, will not check the part of the element actually. All right. So now
Yeah.
if I say Python, okay, if I say something like this, Python in SCR list, then you can see true, because it checks the entire element, not part of the element actually. All right. And similarly,
Yeah.
and we saw several functions, right? So but when you use with list, right, there are some certain restrictions. Okay, that is, this function can be used on any list that contains any data type. Okay, that contains elements of any data type. Okay, that contains elements of any data type. That is len function. Okay, that is length. For example, I can say len of mixed underscore list. So this gives you the number of elements basically, right? So I can use this len function on any list. There is no restriction. But the below function can be used on any list that contains same type of elements. For example, I can use sorted. Okay, let's say sorted of SCR underscore list. And also I can say max of num underscore list, and I can say min. Okay, so min of num underscore list. So these three functions you can use only on the list that contains same same type of elements. You can see sorted based on the ASCII value, it has been sorted. Perl, PHP, Python, Ruby, and then shell. That is, it goes character by character actually. So now I have list like this, right? So the first character will be compared. Which has highest ASCII value or which has lowest ASCII value? If you take the first character, P has the lowest ASCII value actually, right? So, but I have three string which is starting with P. Okay, then the next character will be compared. Okay, so now we have H. Okay, we have H, we have E, we have Y. Which has lowest ASCII value? E, right? That's why we have Perl, and then PHP, and then Python, then Ruby, and then shell. And here you can see max is 10, min is 1. Okay, and there is one more function that can be used on any list that contains only numbers. Okay, that is nothing but I can say, okay, can be used on any list that contains only numbers. That is sum. I can say sum of num underscore list. Okay, so you can see sum is 55. Okay, so these functions have some restrictions. Okay, these functions have some restrictions. Okay, so now if you see here, I have used sorted method, right? So sorry, sorted function. So that means what? It returns a list which is sorted. Okay, it returns a list which is sorted. All right, but if I print that particular list value, okay, let's say display scr underscore list. So now scr list, if I display, the elements within the list will never be modified. See, still it is in the same order, that is PHP, Perl, Python, Ruby, and then shell. Okay, the thing is, whenever you use sorted, it returns, but the original object still remains the same. It will never be changed. Okay, if I want to change it, what should I do is, I have inbuilt sort method, that is sort. Okay, so now I can say after sort, that is this method doesn't return anything. It will not return any values. It will return none. None means nothing. It returns nothing. Okay, but it impacts this reference. This object will be modified if you use dot sort method. Okay, now if I say scr list, you can see the change. See here, Perl, PHP, Python, Ruby, and then shell. Okay, now it is being modified. Okay, and then if I want to sort in reverse order, I can say just reverse is equal to true. Okay, I can say reverse is equal to true. You can see here shell, Ruby, Python, PHP, Perl. Got it? Clear?
Yep.
Ajmal,
Yep.
any doubts?
Yes. No, it's clear.
Okay, so please take it down and then we'll see some methods like how to add elements, how to modify, how to delete. Okay, please take it down.
Okay. Okay, I have done. So after sorting, it should be Perl PHP, right? The output.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Why?
No,
What you are getting?
I got, I think, PHP Perl again. So something I.
No, the thing is, did you give reverse is equal to true?
Yeah.
Yeah, then it will be PHP Perl because we are
Oh,
ascending.
okay,
That is,
okay.
we are
Oh,
going
yeah,
with
yeah.
ascending order.
Okay, we did in the descending order. Okay, sorry. I
Yes,
understand.
yes. Okay, so now let's see how we can uh, add the elements, modify the existing elements and all. Okay, so let's say modify the existing elements. Okay, so now we have scr is equal to, there is we have like this shell, Ruby, Python, PHP, Perl. So if I want to modify the particular index, that is I want to modify shell to another value. Okay, so I can say scr underscore list of 0 is equal to PHP. Okay, I can directly give it. So now if I say after modify 1, okay, I can write scr underscore list. So now what will happen? In 0, shell will be replaced by PHP. Okay, before it was shell in index 0, but now it is PHP after replacement. And similarly, if I want to modify multiple elements, let's say I want to modify Ruby and Python. Okay, so what are the indexes 1 and then 2, right? So I can give the index like 1:3. So whenever I give 1:3, what will happen? It will select the indexes 1 and 2, right? So now I can give like Python, comma, Perl. I'm going to give like that. Okay, so now let's write after modify to, and then I can say scr underscore list. So now you can see the output. That is, in index 1 and 2, Ruby and Python will be modified to Python and Perl. So this is how you can modify a particular element. Okay. Now if we want to add new elements, okay, if I want to add the elements. So first one, we have something called append method. Okay, append is nothing but it always adds the element to the end of the list. Okay, it always adds the element to the end of the list. That is nothing but append. Okay, so now if I say scr underscore list dot append of, okay, scr underscore list dot append of Python. Okay, now what will happen here is this Python will be added. Okay, Python will be added to the end of the list actually. Okay, so now you can see before it was Perl as the last element. Now you can see one element has been added and which is Python. Okay, similarly we have something called insert. That is, if you want to add the element to the particular index, okay, if you want to add the element to the particular index, then you have to use index. That is, always adds the element to the specific index. Okay, so in this case I will be giving two parameters. First parameter is nothing but index. Okay, first parameter is nothing but index. Okay, so I have to give 2. Let me give 2 here, and then I am giving PHP. Okay, so now let's see, after insert I can say scr underscore list. So now what will happen in this case is, now what is the element at index 2? It is Perl, right? Now what will happen, PHP will be added to index 2 and the existing element will be shifted one position towards the right. So modification will replace the existing value. Okay, modification will replace the existing value, but insert will add the new value and existing element will be shifted one position towards the right. Okay, so now you can see in index 2 PHP is added and you can see Perl has shifted one position towards the right. Okay, and then next one is extend. So extend is nothing but if you want to add more than, okay, it adds more than one element to the end of the list. Okay, that is, consider I have another list called other. Okay, let me have in this PHP, Perl, and then Python. I have something like this. Okay, I have something like this one. So now what I am going to do is scr list dot extend of other. Okay, now what will happen in this case, 3 elements will be added to the end of the list. So after extend I can just write scr underscore list. Now what will happen, 3 elements has been added to the end of the list. Before the element is Python, sorry, yeah, Python. So now you can see 3 more elements has been added. So whatever we have in this particular list, all the elements have been added. There is nothing but extend. Okay, for example, consider I am just passing the list object to append now.
To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the 3D 99 plan and grow your skills immensely.
Okay, so you can ask the difference, right, between append and extend. Append is also adding the element to the end of the list. Extend is also adding the element to the end of the list. Then what is the difference between append and extend? So now what we can do is, let's say, print after append. So now what will happen? Entire list will be added as a single element. Okay, so basically the list is added as a single element actually. See here. Okay, the entire list has been added as a single element. That is nothing but append. So whatever element that you are passing here, the entire thing will be added. That is the purpose of append. But extend, you are passing some iterable object. So each and every index of that iterable object will be added as a separate element. So that is the difference between append and extend. So these three are the methods for adding the elements to the list. Now, if I want to remove the elements to the list, so elements from the list, okay, now remove the elements. The first one we have pop method. Okay, pop works in two different ways. First one, let's say pop with no parameters. That is, if I am not passing any parameters, what it will do is it will remove the last element in the list by default. Whatever is the last element, that will be removed. That is, I can say removed element is equal to. So out of all the methods, right? Okay, we have seen like sort method, append method, insert method, extend method, like that. Okay, so only pop method returns the value to the user, like what element it is being removed. Okay, that will be returned to the user. So if you want, you can just store it to some variable. So I can write ser list dot pop. So here I'm not passing any parameter. So now I can say removed element. Okay, I can say REMELEM, and then I can just write after pop1. Okay, I can just say ser underscore list. So now you can see what is the last element now? The entire list actually, right? PHP, Perl, Python. So the entire list has been removed. Okay, now you can't see that particular list now. Clear? So similarly, I can pass there is pop with index. There is pop with index as parameter. So it removes the element which is present in that particular index. Which is present in that particular index. So now let me give index 2. All right. So I can say here, okay, I can say remove element is equal to ser list dot pop of 2. Okay, so now what will happen? The element which is present in index 2, whatever index you have passed. Okay, so the element which is present in that particular index will be removed now. Okay, look at this. What was the element which was present? PHP, right? See here, removed element is PHP. Now there is no PHP between Python and Perl. So now you have just Python and then Perl. Okay, so this is how you can remove by index. Okay, so now if you want to remove by value, we have something called remove method. So basically with remove method, if there are multiple occurrences of the given element, because in our list itself, Python is present several times, PHP is present several times, Perl is present several times, right? So if I want to remove, that is, if I want to use remove, if there are multiple occurrences of the given element, only the first occurrence of the element will be removed. Okay, only the first occurrence of the element will be removed. Okay, so only the first occurrence of the element will be removed. Okay, So I can write scr underscore list dot remove of Perl. Okay, now let's see. Print after remove, I can just write scr underscore list. Okay, let's see now. Okay, now you can see that is this is the first occurrence of Perl, right? You can see that is removed. Okay, but still there are multiple occurrences, right? Still there are some occurrences. So if you want to remove all the occurrences, okay, you have to write it in while loop. You have to write it in while loop actually. That is, what you can do is to remove all the occurrences. So I can say while scr list dot count of Perl. That is, what it will do is whenever you use count method, okay, it will count the number of occurrences of the particular element. Okay, and then I can say scr underscore list dot remove of Perl. Okay, so this loop will be terminated when the count reaches 0. So basically, until count becomes 0, this loop will be executed. Okay, so now you can see after remove 1 is this. Now if I just put this, okay, after remove 2, you can't see the entry of Perl in that list. See, there is no entry of Perl, only PHP Python, PHP Python, PHP Python. So there is no Perl at all. Okay, there is no Perl at all. All right. So this is how you can remove by name. For example, if I want to remove multiple elements at a time, that is, I want to remove these 3 indexes. Okay, I want to remove these 3 indexes. That is index 1, index 2, index 3. I want to remove these 3 indexes. So in that case, what should I do is I have to use del function. Okay, there is function called del. So I can say del scr underscore list of 1:4. Okay, scr underscore list of 1:4. So after del, I can say scr list. All right, after del, I can just say scr underscore list. So now what will happen? These 3 indexes will be deleted. Okay, so now you can see only, so these 3, there is 1, 2, 3. These 3 is gone. So now I have only PHP, PHP, Python. So this del function can also be used by deleting the entire reference. I can say del scr list also. So in this case, what will happen? This particular reference itself will be removed. Okay, garbage collection. Okay, so this will, the entire object will be deleted. So now if you just use this statement, it will throw me the error. See here, I'm getting some error while printing that. That is name error, name scr list is not defined like that, because we have deleted it. Okay, so it deletes the reference itself. It deletes the reference itself so that it cannot be accessed further. Okay, so it cannot be accessed further. Okay, let me comment it out. So now if you want to clear the list, that is, you don't want to remove the reference. Okay, but if you want to delete all the elements, that is, clear the list. Okay, you can just say scr list dot clear. Okay, so now if I say after clear, you can see only the empty list actually. Okay, see here, only the empty list is being seen. Clear? Okay, so either you can use str list dot clear, or you can say del scr underscore list of colon. Both are same actually. There is no difference in it. All right. So here you are deleting all the indexes. Here you are just invoking clear method. That's it. So both will give you the same result. That is empty list. Okay, there is no difference in those. All right, Ajmal, any doubts?
No, that's clear.
Yeah, so please try it out from this, right?
Yep.
Yeah, from this. So let me know when to scroll down. I will scroll it down.
Yep. Yeah, it is done.
Done, right? Okay.
Yep.
Right. So the last topic for the day is nothing but it's a tuple. Okay. So what I'm going to do is
Yeah.
just I'm copying
One
this.
question
Yes,
before
yes, yes.
that. So if you're doing some comparison in the list and all, just we have to pass the index only, right?
Like how you are going to compare, like what data you are going to compare.
No, because when we covered comparison, we haven't said about list or any other data structure, right?
Oh, the comparison operator you are talking
Yeah,
about, right?
right.
Okay, okay. See, you can use the same operator actually.
Okay.
See, the thing is, in that case, right? Let me
Mm-hmm.
give you a simple example. Okay?
Okay.
Let me just place it over here because that can be used for tuple as well. Okay, let me just have it
Okay.
over here. So, like, let's say LST1 is equal to PHP, comma, Perl. Okay, and then LST2 is equal to PHP, comma, Perl. All right. So now I can just say whether both list are equal like that. Both list are equal. I can just say LST underscore 1 equal to LST underscore 2. That is, it should be in the same order. That's it. Okay. Now you can see it is true. All right. For example, let me just reverse it. Okay. Let's say Perl and then PHP. Now it will say false. Got it?
Got it.
Yeah.
The same
Clear, right?
case for the conditional clause as well, right? We can
Yes. Yes.
use
Yes.
entire list
That's
or inside the one like index based also we can do, right? I mean,
see, for example,
zero.
let's say like I want to check whether Perl is greater or PHP is greater. Okay. So which is greater actually? PHP is greater, right?
Right.
Okay. So I can say like PHP greater than Perl. So I can say list 2 of 0, sorry, of 1 greater than list 2 of 0. Okay, so now this will be compared based on the object, actually. But if I say compare the list, okay, like list comparison, okay, list comparison, I can just say LST underscore 1 greater than LST underscore 2. So in this case, it goes element by element actually. For example, over here I have PHP first and then Perl. So it goes element by element. So first you will check the first element actually. So now you can see true because the first element is greater than second element, right? That is PHP greater than Perl. For example, if I say, okay, something like this, PHP, let's say Python, comma, PHP. Okay, let's say Python, comma, PHP. So in this case, what will happen? Okay, in this case, what will happen? Let's see. Okay, let's write like this. Okay, okay, it will be no problem. So here I can say Python greater than PHP. Let me change it over here, okay? Because we have changed the values, right? So now if you compare the first element, PHP is lesser than Python. Okay, so now what will happen? This condition returns false. Look at this. Got it right, Ajmal?
Thank you.
Yeah, so take it down and then I will go to the next one.
Okay.
So done.
Yes, it is done.
Done, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now let's see the last topic for the day. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'm just copying this file, okay, and then I'm just renaming this to tuple data structure .py, and then in this file I'm just going to change it like edit, replace, that is Control H. Wherever list is present, I'm just going to replace with a tuple. Okay.
The
So,
list file you have taken and replace it with divide tuple, right?
Yes. List with the tuple. So basically, what is tuple? So collection of elements that belongs to any data type. That is also correct. This is enclosed in pair of parentheses. Instead of square brackets, we have to give parentheses, and it is immutable. Okay, it is immutable. That is, elements cannot be added, modified, or deleted. And indexing is sequential and ordered collection. That is, you can retrieve the elements in the order in which you have inserted. Okay, the difference is these 2 points: enclosed in parentheses, and it is immutable. That is, we can't modify the references within the tuple. So now here I am just defining with empty parentheses, or I can just assign the variable name to this particular class. Okay, and then I can just say there is the concatenation operator also works, because here we are just concatenating two different tuples. Okay, so basically this will produce tuple of 1 2 3 4 5, and second one will produce tuple of 10 9 8 7 6. And similarly over here using star operator, it works in the same way, just I have to change the parenthesis. So whatever you are using for indexing, that should not be changed. Indexing should always be represented in the pair of square brackets only. That should not be changed at all. Okay, so now I have given this, so I have given it over here. And also here SCR tuple I have to give within pair of parentheses. Then here also I have to give within pair of parentheses. Okay, right? And also membership operator works in the same way. That is, it will not check for the part of the reference, it will check the entire element like this. And then functions will work the same way. The thing is, sorted will return the output in the form of list. If you want to convert the output in the form of tuple, you have to typecast it. Tuple of sorted of SCR tuple. All right, and this will also work the same way. The difference is coming from here. Okay, that is, here we don't, that is, what will happen when we do sort? The elements order will be changed, right? Okay, elements order will be changed. So, but since it is tuple, we can't change. We can't change. So, for example, if I just execute this, you can see everything is producing the same result. See here, concatenation, repetition, outcoded values, mixed tuple, okay, membership operator, and all the functions. So, but it is giving the error saying tuple object has no attribute sort. And also, okay, so let me just remove this. Okay, let me just remove this. And also modifying the existing elements. So I can't perform this kind of operation. That is the operation which are modifying the contents of tuple. Okay, is not permitted. Okay, now you can see tuple object doesn't support item assignment. Okay, so I can remove from here till last. Okay, and also we don't have clear at all. Okay, if I want to delete, I can delete the entire tuple. I don't have clear at all, but I can do comparison. Okay, because comparison will not modify the reference, right? It will just be checked. Okay, let's say tuple 1, tuple 2, okay, and then over here I can write within parentheses, okay, and then similarly over here I can write within parentheses, then here I can write tup_1 and then tup_2, okay, similarly tup_2, tup_2, tup_1 and then tup_2. All right, so this is nothing but tuple comparison. Okay, so now you can see the output, no error at all. Okay, so if I give tuple2 greater than tuple1, it will give you true because Python is greater than PHP. Okay, so this is what the tuple is. Okay, so the operation which is modifying the references of each and every element in the tuple is not permitted. Got it?
Yeah.
Got it,
Got it.
Rajmal? Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so just do that and let me know once it is completed.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is the last topic. Okay, so what I will do is like I will upload this to LNT Cloud. Okay, and then you will be getting the feedback mail. Okay, you will be getting the feedback mail, so you can provide the feedback for today's session, or else you can log into this one, LNT Cloud, and then you can provide the feedback for today's session.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So let me know once it is done, or let me know if you want to want me to scroll down. Okay.
Yeah.
Please enroll our general membership for $399 plan to get access of all the parts.
Along with that, you can access our other tutorials such as Docker, Ansible, Jenkins, Terraform, Splunk, AWS, Azure, and various other DevOps related premium tutorials with our channel membership. If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the $399 plan and grow your skills immensely.
Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest.
Thanks for watching.